I don't know.
En tout cas, c'est pas ce
Hi
qu'on aime.
everyone. My name is Michael. I will be the guest host for today's show of the Warriors Den. Alongside me is Damien
And the
Keaton.
shoe of someone.
Yes,
It's
of course.
Roman.
And Roman, of course, of course. How are you guys?
Good.
We're great.
And you?
I'm a
It's your
bit-
first time.
Yes, very, very much nervous.
You look
but-
a little bit nervous.
Yes,
What
it's
happened?
okay. Don't worry, I'll get through
It's
it.
okay. Nothing happened. It's only cameras.
You have more hairs than Eric.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
it's already an advantage.
Yes. So if you guys missed the show last week, this beautiful human being is on vacation.
Boo.
So he's with his family in Maine, and he's sharing time in the lake and the beach. So that's a little bit on Eric.
So fresh information from this morning.
Yes, exactly. He told me that personally. And Luke is in China doing a big presentation on For Honor. So that is why you have somebody who's not qualified to run the show running the show. So we'll see how this
What's your
goes.
name already?
Michael Perazzo. That is my name. And you guys know me from being really crappy at the game, and also my PowerPoint. So
Yes,
pretty much
true. You're doing the PowerPoint.
Yeah, some serious skills.
And he has, you have some superpowers. So like you're very good to be memed.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. At E3, I found out that I'm an extremely good memer for whatever reason. So feel free. I mean,
Meme material.
Yes, exactly. So it's not the longest show today, thank God. But we will be doing a Q&A at the end. So we have a couple of topics to tackle.
Yeah.
Let's start off with the biggest one, which is the DDoS attacks that have been kind of a problem for Ubisoft
For
platforms.
many days now.
Yeah.
It started last weekend, I think, maybe even before.
Yeah, I think it started Saturday, from
Yeah.
what I hear.
It's not only us.
Yes.
Maybe it's not related. Maybe it is. I don't know. But
Yeah.
it's
No, it's
not only
industry-wide.
us. Many games have the same issue. And other social networks,
Exactly.
other internet services. So yeah.
Yeah, and so the team is working extremely hard right now, trying to find solutions. Obviously, with this type of stuff, it's hard to gauge the timeline.
It's not only our team.
Yeah,
it's the whole Ubisoft teams, online teams.
That's it. But the good news is that
one good news is that we started, and we won't go into obvious details because we don't want them to know.
Of course.
But we started finding solutions to mitigate and have lower impacts on those. But we won't go into more details.
Yeah, that's perfect. And also, the other really good news for you guys is that you will be compensated for your troubles. So the details of that is that you guys will be getting 1,000 steel, which is great, 10 XP tickets for boosts, and 2 scavenger crates.
Yeah.
So that's pretty generous.
Yeah.
So this is already done on PC. Also, Xbox One and PS4 will be done today.
Yeah.
And if you've played in the last month, even though you haven't played in the past weekend, you're still eligible for the rewards. So that's going to be happening right away.
Yeah.
So.
And one of the issues is that to deploy those rewards, we need to do it at a time where we are not attacked.
Yes.
And that's why it's we struggle to find the right time to do it, etc.
So we thank you for your patience.
And no champion status?
No champion status on this one.
Anyways.
We'll see. It might continue. We
Yeah.
might be still attacked,
true.
and we'll see
We'll
if
keep you updated.
we will be creative.
So if you want champion status,
Integral.
more DDoS. That's right.
Apart from that, guys, we actually have a community workshop going on this week.
Yes.
That's where we invite a bunch of top players, usually 8. Unfortunately, one guy, Vinx, if you're watching this, we miss you.
Yeah,
he
we
couldn't
do.
get his passport on time, so unfortunately he couldn't make it, but we're thinking of you. Just to run through the list of players that are here, we've got Berace, Ravelord Servant, Weeboo, Lenin Cat, one of the best names I've ever seen, Tree Jack, and Bodrat, who is a competitive dancer, if you guys didn't know.
I didn't.
No, he's not. Just kidding. And also Fred from the chat is actually in Montreal as well, and he's chaperoning these players. So this is a time where they get to try out some Marching
we're
Fire
playing
content.
a lot of Breach,
Yes.
things that we haven't announced yet
Yes.
as well, the Wulin Heroes.
Yeah.
So giving us feedback on many different subjects of the Marching Fire. Yeah.
Nice.
So thank you to all those guys,
Yeah.
and if they are not watching us at the moment,
I don't think they
for
are.
taking time to come here in Montreal,
Yeah.
taking a full week to come, play the game, discuss with us.
Yeah, it's super helpful for the team.
Yeah.
I've been a part of these debriefs, and they go into so much detail. It's,
we had a great debrief yesterday on Bridge.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
And they are not shy to call our shit. So it's
yeah, that's true. I know that too.
Which is good too.
Yeah. Apart from that, rolling into this week, there is a game mode event. I don't know if, Max, you can pull up the image, but Realistic Dominion is back. So a brutally challenging version of Dominion for the courageous. There's no gear stats, no guard stance widgets, and no revives.
Yeah.
So I've never
tried it. It's a
tried
classic now.
Yeah, okay.
Have you never tried it?
No, I have not.
It's a classic, you should.
I'm really bad at the game, so I don't think I should.
It's what is interesting with Realistic Dominion is that it also puts everybody at the same level a bit, at least newcomers, because without the stance widget and all, the game is harder. So you need to read the animations, etc.
Yeah.
So in the end, it's also easier to play in a way. I know it feels weird to say it like that, but it's also true because players are less good at defending, at blocking, at parrying, etc.
I would feel like it evens the playing field a bit too, because everybody is so used to the indicator widgets being there and stuff like that. So having that kind of environment where you get to play and everybody's kind of starting from zero, it must make for some interesting gameplay. So and so that starts July 19th, which is today. At 8 a.m. EDT time, so that's 12 UTC. And that ends next week, July 26th at 8 a.m. EDT and 12 UTC. So,
and we have an order to go with that.
Another one. So that's event order Dominant Warrior. So as a community, complete as many Dominion matches as you can, and you get steel reward. And I think it is, 2,000 steel, quite generous. So
for participating.
Yes, you need to participate.
I like that you're always impressed by your generosity.
Yeah,
you should come more often on the couch, because usually Eric is saying the opposite.
Really?
Roman too, apparently.
Well,
so thank you for being here.
No, thank you, honestly. But 2,000 steel, I feel like that's not something that you bat your eye at, right?
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Anyways,
it's pretty common, but it's good.
Okay, all right. Again, I'm new to this, so.
You paid him.
We'll see that afterwards. In steel, I gave him 200 steel.
And so another really cool thing that's going on this weekend is that there is Defend the North tournament that's going on in White Plains, New York. So this is a tournament, actually, I remember when I started out, this was one of the tournaments that we actually wanted to push on the Warriors Den, and I'm super happy that we get to talk about it on today's show. But basically, so Defend the North is this tournament where there's plenty of games, and it's at the Crown Plaza in White Plains, New York. Yeah, actually, right before the show, Andre told me that they've added some other games like Gears of War. So it's no longer just fighting games, but For Honor will be there. And that, the 2v2 bracket takes place on July 20th, and the 1v1 bracket takes place on the 21st, with a prize pot of over $1,000, which is also...
It's not as much as 1,000
No, it's not steel, yeah. You can't compare. You definitely can't compare. But, so if you're good at For Honor, head over to White Plains if you've got nothing to do this weekend. That's pretty much it for that.
We have content of the week as well.
Of course, content of the week, as it would state. So this week, it is the Falling Feathers effect, which sounds super interesting. So I'm looking forward to looking at this. So
it's amazing. He's genuinely impressed.
I'm genuinely excited for this. So this is available for all heroes for 5,000 steel. Max, let's roll the clip. All right, so that was the content of the week. Now we move
Feathers.
into the feathers, which were I was as I expected,
blown
pleasantly
away.
surprised. Yes, so super
No,
cool.
this one is really cool.
Yes.
Yeah, I like it.
So now we move into the Dev Talk segment. So this is relatively new. We started this, I think, right before E3. And
Luke's favorite.
Yes, exactly. And Luke, as we said, is in China, so cannot present. He actually wanted to do a video and send it in, but I don't know what happened with that. So basically, Luke
got kidnapped in China, maybe?
Let's hope not. No? Let's hope not. But anyway, so this is where we take a look basically at some of the team members of For Honor. We're such a huge team here. There's about 350 people, as you probably know. So it's great to take a look at some of the different roles that are, amongst the team, and because it takes literally a village to make this game run. And this week.
And but just before you go there, we will answer some questions after that.
Yes, that's in the community corner.
But if they want to ask the questions during the Dev Talk segment, maybe that's a good time.
That is a great idea. So you guys can do that. Send in your questions to Alex, who will be filtering that towards us. So, like I was going to say before you interrupted me.
He always does that.
Yeah, I do it with Eric. You have to leave it too.
It's my first time, not used to it. So, basically.
But he's really good at interrupting people.
All right, so this week it is our production coordinator. I love this guy. It's Gabriel. So if you could roll the tape, Max, that'd be great.
Hello everyone, this week in Dev Talks we are meeting Gabriel Wagnon, production coordinator on For Honor. Gab, welcome.
How are you? Thank you.
Thank you for joining us on
My
this
pleasure.
Dev Talk.
My pleasure.
So Gab, for how long have you been on For Honor?
I've just celebrated my first anniversary on For Honor, actually.
First anniversary?
Yeah,
I thought
a couple
it was
days
longer
ago.
than that.
No, it's only been 1 year.
And you have an immense privilege.
Yes.
There's a thing right across from me.
Yes, of course.
And next to Eric Pope.
Yes, I have a very privileged place on the project. Very noisy one, also.
Yes, that's not because I'm loud or I get upset easily.
No, that's not why I'm saying this. Of course not.
But your relationship with For Honor, if I'm not mistaken, and I know I'm not, started way before you joined the project last year.
It did.
Tell us a little bit more.
Yeah, I used to be a level designer at Ubisoft before. And in 2014, there was a little initiative by the project, by For Honor, that appealed to my gamer sense and my sense of competition. There was the first company-wide tournament organized within the company. And being on Rainbow Six at the time, we had the DNA of a competitive game. So we were like, let's show them how it's done. And let's build a team and let's win this competition. And this is what happened in 2014. We won the first ever tournament of For Honor. The game used to be called Hero, by the way.
Yeah, it was our code name at the time.
Yeah, and but like back in the days, it was only the Warden, which was not even called the Warden. It was just like the Knight. That was pretty much it. And like everybody was playing the Knight. So yeah, it was very good times.
And funny story, when his team won a tournament that we organized, it was amongst the company, I did bet some money with my producer, and I told them, yes, I said, I bet you they can beat a team of our own on the project.
Oh yes, I remember.
Yeah, because of you I lost 20 bucks. So I think 15, 20 minutes before the match, Stefan assembled a team, and they did beat you.
They did beat us like literally like
it was bad.
Wasn't beautiful. Yeah.
It was really
yeah, but like
really
to give
bad.
you a perspective, like when we played that game, it had been 2 weeks we stopped playing since the tournament, and the week prior to the final, we trained For Honor at work for like 25 hours on top of our work week.
Yeah, you were here all the time.
It was pretty insane.
You said one thing when you started. You said you were a level designer before.
Yes.
And now you are a production coordinator.
Yes.
So I think it's interesting to see that you went, and we had other people who went from different jobs, but for you it was literally from like design to more a management position. So what motivated that decision to switch from those two roles?
I've been a level designer for my whole life. I mean, it's literally one of my first jobs as an adult. So I just felt like I've did the roundabout of like what I had to experience as a level designer, and I wanted something different, something new. So being schooled in level design, I was like, well, that's pretty much what I know. What can I do within Ubisoft? And Ubisoft was kind enough to offer me the opportunity to grow within the company, even though I don't have any studies in management or whatever. I have the background of a level designer, so I know what's it like to be in a production. I know what all the tools are that we use. I know the brands, etc. And so right now, the way I see it is being a coordinator, I can be the bridge between the production and the management team.
So how would you describe your role? So you say the bridge. So for somebody watching, it's like, okay, what is a coordinator doing exactly?
I've been thinking about that question exactly prior to the interview, and I was like, it's so hard to understand or like to explain what the job is actually.
What's your mission?
My mission as a level designer, as a production coordinator, is really what's at heart is the engagement of the team. So one thing that I take a lot of pride in is making sure the team, even though we have all the struggles or the wins that we have throughout production, I want them to feel happy to be at work and to be supported. So that goes from like having beer in the fridge on Fridays, organizing tournaments, making sure that like everything goes as smooth as possible on the floor or where you're seated or whatever. Like the best comparison I could do, or like image, would be coordinators or the oil within the motor of a car.
I think it's a very good comparison,
yes,
because you're the guys that we reached out to, because you're not the only one. You have colleagues that are as great as you, that we go to you and we come to you often with problems.
Yes.
And you came back with solutions.
Exactly.
So for me, you can be humble, but I can say that it's super appreciated, and it's the kind of work that you need in an organization when you have a team as big as For Honor and any other dev teams. You need those people to be able to be there and make sure that all the little things are ready for the team to focus on the right things.
Exactly. Yep.
So you agree with that statement?
I do agree with that statement.
Good, good, good. I forgot to ask you, are you a knight, a Viking, or a samurai?
That question is also hard, and I've been thinking about it.
What do you mean it's hard?
It's hard because, like I said, I used to play the Warden before.
But deep in your art.
But so yeah, I was saying I've been playing Warden since the beginning, or since before the beginning. So I was like, I'm a knight. But then thinking about it and like just seeing new characters come up, my main character is the Aramusha, and so my heart is with the samurai. But,
that's okay.
But I've always been a knight first. So it's interesting. It's evolving, I would say.
That's okay?
Yeah.
So you're not a Viking at all?
I'm not a Viking, despite the beard.
Yeah. Yeah, because
right now I don't have the beard.
Yeah, because Gab is the guy which beard grows the fastest. And you shaved it, comes back, shaved it, comes back. It's incredible. It's really fast. Your beard grows super fast. So do you spend any time on Reddit, on Twitter, to check what people are saying, or something you try to avoid?
I do, actually, because I think that one thing, I was speaking of the engagement of the team, and I know that the team is engaging a lot with the community through Reddit and YouTube and stuff like that. So I like to see what's happening within our community outside to bring some of it inside, so that people who might not be going on Reddit have the chance to see it also and share the love, or like share the funny moments that are coming up and stuff like that.
So you said before, like you've been a level designer your entire life.
Yes.
So was working in video game something you decided very early on? Is that something like from the get-go, like, hey, I want to do video games in life?
Yeah. The earliest memory I have of wanting to be in the video game industry was like 12 years old, playing Zelda Ocarina of Time.
So
that was the moment where.
So this is the game that really, Zelda is the game, Ocarina of Time is the game that made you decide.
That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I didn't know exactly how, but I was gonna do it.
And how did you do it? That's a question we often get. How do I get started in video games? So if at 12 years old you made a decision to say, I'm gonna work in video games, What steps have you taken to make sure it would happen?
It's a funny story.
I love funny stories.
Yeah, well, to everybody that doesn't understand or doesn't work in video game, someone who works in the video game is a programmer.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Because it's computers, so like we do programming. So I went on to like seeing I don't know exactly the term in English, but a counselor, and they were saying, well, you should go study programming. So I was like, okay, I'll do it, whatever it takes. I did 1 semester of programming before realizing I was failing most of my classes, and it wasn't for me. So I was kind of in a shock and like bummed out because of it, because I was like, this is my dream, I need to find a way to do it. And like all the doors were shutting down for me. And I'm not someone who likes to go to, who likes school in general. So I was like, I don't want to study too much to do it. I want to, I don't know, get in the industry as fast as possible. And then that's how I discovered Campus Ubisoft at the time. And
oh, yeah. We used to have, Ubisoft used to have a school, a video game school in Montreal.
Yes.
It's not there anymore because all the schools like grew and built their own programs.
Yeah.
But at the time we did have the campus.
In 2008, I attended Campus Ubisoft, not knowing exactly what I was getting into, but like with the 3 courses that were available, level design just resonated with me, and I was like, I can probably do that. And then I just built a portfolio, tried out, and it got me to where I am right now.
Good. So for me, I think that like one thing to note on that is, if you want to do it, like you can make the steps to get into the gaming industry.
Yeah,
and that is something we can probably talk about that once in the Warriors Den, because there are numerous ways to get into that business.
There's no one single path to get there.
Exactly.
For sure.
But you have to dedicate yourself if you want to make it happen. It's not magical.
No, you gotta work very hard. Yeah.
You've been there for a year. So what was your favorite moment while working on the game?
My favorite moment?
Because the funny thing is, a lot of people we met, they were there when we announced the game, when we shipped the game. So you've been there around a year ago.
Yeah,
it was in the peak of our challenges. That
the gate were just open. They just had been open. It's funny because like thinking back, I got in For Honor like right a couple months after the release, and it was hard for me to see the perspective of like, oh shit, they just released that big chunk, and now I'm here. I think that the thing that I'm most proud of is definitely the tournament that we are organizing within the company. Not within the company yet, but within the project. It's really nice to be working very hard with my colleagues to organize something that will give devs like a way to blow off some steam and have a competition, a friendly competition within themselves to just celebrate the achievement of what came before. It's really one thing that I like about the culture of this project is celebrating achievement. I really like milestones and stuff like that. I really feel like this brings the team together. It really, as a collective, it's fun. It's I don't know. I just enjoy it a lot.
Gab, thank you very much for joining us
so much.
on Dev Talks, and see you next week for another Dev Talk.
And we're back. That was a great Dev Talk. Thank you, Gabriel. You had
a chatty one.
Yes, it was. But we were talking about the little twinkle in his eye, which was very nice. We love you, Gabriel. Now we're into the community corner, and we're going to be pairing this up with some questions and some answers from you guys.
Yes.
So I guess we could start off with maybe a question. Do you guys want to
start with the one that I guess you're right.
Yes,
with the one from the chat, and then because we had some ones from the forums as well, Reddit, etc.
Yes, we have plenty of questions here. So we'll start off with Jig Ama. We'll say that. At For Honor Game, Roman previously said that when designing new heroes, the team is looking both at balance but also frustration. Will there be rework for heroes frustrating to play against, like Centurion? Your answer.
So is he saying that Centurion is frustrating, or it's frustrating to play with the Centurion against some heroes?
Well, I'm understanding he said that it's frustrating to play against the Centurion.
Okay.
Okay. So, from my point of view, we made a lot of change on the Centurion to make it more interesting to play against. Now, one of the strengths of the Centurion is his move that allow to disable the opponent, to throw you on your back, etc. Then some of those moves are take a bit too much time and control you for a bit too much of time. And we're looking at that. But currently, there's no plan at all to rework the Centurion. I think the Centurion is fine currently in terms of play style and playing against him. Yes, some stuff to tweak, but I think it's in pretty good spot. Balancing-wise, it depends of the modes. There are some modes where he's actually okay. Other modes like Duel where he's a bit weak, but we'll see that later with Steph. But currently, there's no specific rework plan on the Centurion.
Awesome. Okay, cool. So I guess we can maybe tackle another question.
Yeah, let's do a few questions, then video, because...
Okay, so the next question, it's the FuelBit one that we're doing, Alex? Okay. So at For Honor Game, FuelBit is the user. Will you guys be returning the limited time events and gear sets sometime in the future?
So I think the question is, will we do new events?
Yes.
Maybe. And maybe.
That's not the question. For me, the way I understand the question...
No, because there is another question that will answer what you are going to say.
But you say it now, then.
Because we have another question from...
Answer directly the question. Don't touch it. Yeah, maybe.
Lumo Renoal. There have been many items removed from the game that we'd like to have a chance to earn. Many of these are either all tournament rewards or season rewards like the Winter or Halloween event sets. Any word on when some of these will return to the game? So for the tournament rewards one, we're looking at it. No announcement to do yet, but it's something we're looking into. For event items, for the moment, the time and the way to get them is to be when the event is here.
They keep it exclusive to those events.
We keep it exclusive to the event.
Yes.
One of the value of those items, it's that time exclusivity. And it's a way to say, yeah, you were there.
Yeah.
You were at Halloween in 2017.
Yeah.
You had that item.
Yeah. So you can consider yourself special if you do have that item.
If you are at Halloween 2018, who knows what will happen?
Who knows?
Marching Fire.
Oh, Marching Fire.
That's true. October 16th. Don't forget. Next question, or let's go to a clip. How about that? So the first clip is from Jackal Wolfenhart. It's a YouTube clip, and it's called For Honor something 50K. Take it away, Max.
Look at me!
You son of a bitch!
So dumb.
You picked the wrong house, fool!
Yeah, boy.
Allahu Akbar.
Victory!
Man, this feels good.
Roman! Dead.
Oh my god, we're being invaded by
Thick ass weeb.
Hey now! No, I pressed it, nothing happens!
Why are we still here? Just.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Now open here!
Small dongle. What the fuck was that?
What an emotional roller coaster that was. Okay, well that was great though. Let's head back to some more questions. Yeah. The Holy Pretzel, love the name. At For Honor Game, when can we expect to see dedicated servers in custom matches?
So it's something we announced in Season 6 that we're working on that and we're still working on it. So I don't have an announcement date for the moment because it's not done yet. But we can tell you that the team is working on it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Still work in progress.
Yeah. Awesome. Next question comes from Big Dragon. Do you still got some ideas about the actual matchmaking system? I can't find a tribute or deathmatch game without waiting 10 minutes, but Dominion is still instant, but less funny than the other game. Less fun, I think, than the other game modes for me.
We're still looking at matchmaking things that we can improve. Right now, we're more in a. We did a lot of changes a few weeks ago, like every days, every 2 days, etc. So right now, we're more into stabilizing the data, checking what's working well, what's going less well in previous data, and looking at good KPIs, and then based on that, we'll see what's next.
Cool, awesome. Well, I guess take one last question before we go to the other clip, and this one comes from Fighting Cowboy. For Q&A, is there any chance for more frequent order distribution in the future? It would give us more incentive to play daily, in my opinion.
It's a subject that comes often. Right now, we don't plan to do more recurring orders. We still have the daily ones, and we still have the other ones that are every 2 days. The contract orders. We have some improvements that we'd like to do on the other order system, but that's way more long-term because the team is not focused on that for the moment. But we have some ideas.
That's cool.
To improve and to allow players to do more orders in the future.
Nice. Awesome. All right, so we'll run another clip. This one comes from Flukerson the Optimist, who was with us in E3, if I'm not mistaken, as a star player. So this one here, it's called For Honor Shaolin Showdown. So you can roll the clip, Max.
He's fast! Hey, it's not his speed. He must be using the Chaos Emerald to warp.
I'm the world's ultimate life form.
So fast.
Oh, there's the roaches!
Experience
Hot soup.
I love
Nice
these
one.
videos.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
these videos. The story arc is so developed, it's amazing. The only thing that I'll say when going through these community clips, I watched all of them one after another, and I had a massive headache after. So, not recommended. We're gonna run another clip. This one is from Corey Lado, and it's called For Honor, Get Incredibili. You can run the clip. Very
Honestly,
cool.
this
Yeah.
one is really amazing.
Yeah.
GTA fan.
Mr. Corey Lado, you impressed the whole video crew of For
Yeah.
Honor if that helps you with anything.
Kudos to you.
Yeah,
honestly,
that was really, really cool.
very
So-
fucking good job.
All right, so we're going to address a couple more questions.
Yeah, from the.
Yes, from our paper.
Yeah,
instead
from
of the
our
chat.
paper.
There we go. So this one comes from username. Oh boy, I'd like to buy a vowel on this one. Nidilsurtir. I'm gonna
What?
go with that. Yeah.
I did not hear you well.
NDLSSWNTR.
Nindelswinter. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Okay. Are there any plans for an improved friends list, community, social window, or a possibility to find clans in game?
So the social window in For Honor, we agree that it's a bit simple right now. It's something we'd like to improve in the future, but I won't say in the near future. It's something we'll tackle later on, not before 2019 for sure.
Okay, cool. All right, the next one comes from Candle in the Dark. That's an easy one. If there is going to be no quit penalty, can we have level 3 bots? Honestly, level 2 bots aren't enough. They feed renown and don't hold their own in a fight when someone quits. Before we say that, level 2 bots, a bit challenging. Am I right?
For you.
No? Okay.
It depends.
All right.
No, if it could be changing, it depends.
It depends if you're MMR.
Yeah, right now the bots and their level is based on who the players are replacing. So if they're replacing a player with a very good skill, they become level 3. If they're replacing, etc.
So for me, level 1.
So for you, it would be a bot level 0.
Oh,
of
okay.
course.
All right.
The arena bot.
The arena
Always
bot.
blocking left.
No, the one that does nothing.
Oh, great.
It's always block left.
Oh, fantastic.
You asked for it.
Yeah, I did. You're right.
Yeah. So that's how it works. But regarding the, we agree that by removing the quit penalty, we had a lot of feedback. In fact, of people complaining that they are playing more with bots, things like that. So we're considering putting quit penalty back. I don't know when. For sure, it will be back with the Marching Fire update and Breach, because we need one for Breach, but we're considering putting it back before that.
Awesome. Cool. We'll run through all of them, I guess, and before we do. Okay, so the next one comes from Radbot13. Why are there no more combat emotes? We have so many free roam, but would love more combat ones.
So we ask ourselves the same question, to be honest, so we will start doing a new combat emote. Same thing, not in the near future, because we're starting thinking about that now.
Yes.
One of the reasons I would say is that it's easier to be creative with non-combat ones, because you don't have to look at someone, you don't have to interact with someone. And the team had an amazing amount of cool ideas they wanted to do on emotes, like sport emotes and things like that. So we had to go through those first, and now we will maybe do some more combat emotes.
In the future, at least, so that's cool. After this,
we have an answer for everything.
Yes, it's amazing.
See?
It's really
just like if it was prepared.
Yeah, it's not.
It's on a paper. Like, that's weird. Anyways, the next one comes from Jedi Gamer Furious. Will it be possible to customize AI levels for PvAI in the future? And if not, why?
So the reason is the same as the previous questions, that the AI level is based on the MMR level of the players. And this is true when you play in matchmaking as well. It's not a custom match, so if you want to customize the AI level, you should play through custom match. The purpose of playing AI with matchmaking and all is that it's quick to access, easy to play, etc. And so that's why we defined the level in our case. But I think we still have a limitation, is that because it's based on your MMR, for the players who don't play PvP, that only play PvAI, it means they only play with level 1 bots, because they don't increase their MMR level. And that's something we'd like to fix at one point. It's an issue we're aware of since quite a long time now. But we always have higher priority things to do with the people who could fix that.
Yeah, there's many improvements that we could do to PvAI.
Yeah.
Just currently it stays on the stacks of improvement because it has always something more urgent that is coming. But yes, we're aware of these issues.
And we'd like to fix that one,
At some point we will fix this.
Awesome. Okay, so the
so
next...
play PvP.
Yes.
If you want to play against better bots and then go back to PvAI.
Yeah, that's true. So the next one comes from Middle and Night. Are the devs aware of the static guard switch bug? Any status
I think we had a question as well on the chat from somebody on the same subject. It's something the team is aware of, and we're working on it. Okay. So hopefully we should be able to fix it at one point.
Awesome.
But we're aware of it.
We have a fix. It's coming soon. It's not coming next. It's not coming at the launch of next season, but should come
a bit
during the next
on.
season if testing is positive on it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. So some more general community questions. So the first one here is, will the Wulin faction have Chinese voice lines? So far, they seem to be only English.
Yes.
So that's from the TTS.
So maybe you want to answer that one?
So for the Wulin character, it's going to be exactly the same as with the other character for everything that is speech during fight, meaning that all the lines that are triggered as a fight move, so when doing a specific move or those kind of things, will be in Chinese. And for the rest of the talk, like lines that are triggers on feats or any new lines that we will add, most of them will be in English.
So that you understand.
And we will keep some flavor text in Chinese.
Awesome.
And that's what we do for the other characters, and we will adapt the same strategy to the Wulin.
Cool. Awesome. The next one is, are there any plans for a breach test on consoles?
That would be amazing.
Wouldn't it be?
But I don't
I'm on
think we have
Xbox, so
anything
yeah.
to say.
You're a cheap tease, really?
And so the answer?
The answer is we don't know.
Yes, okay, all right. Moving on. Is there a possibility for cross-platform account data in the future for those looking to switch from console to PC or vice versa?
So it's another question that comes quite often that we discussed internally. Not easy at all to do. In our case with our tech, I think we'd like to do it at one point, but again, it's a very long-term thing to do because it will take some time, and it will be done after all the things we're doing with the same teams, online team that are working on dedicated server, custom match, and many other stuff that people want as well. So we'll have to put that.
But
in
it's on your mind. Okay.
We agree that it's a cool idea.
Like we said, even if it's not always obvious, we read all of the feedback, we listen to those. We don't necessarily always act or acknowledge the fact that we read them or that that feedback was brought to us. But yes, we see that is something that is being asked a lot or often in the community. We can just do so much at the same time.
Of course, of course. So the last one here is, what is the shape of the emblem the Wulin faction will have? And will there be a new faction-related symbol for the emblem editor?
Not at the release of Marching Fire. So at the release of Marching Fire, you can play the Wulin character. You won't be able yet to select the Wulin for the faction war. They won't be part of the faction war.
They're not
so
part
the
of the
shape
of
the emblem will be released later.
There you go.
But you could have a guess because we released some. We have an icons.
Yes.
And it could give you a guess.
Do your
what
homework.
The shape is.
Just do some homework, guys. All right, so I guess we'll go to another
some
clip
videos,
for now. So this one comes from Butter Raider. Warlord is a squirrel. Enjoy.
Is this it? Is this the end? What sequence of events brought me to this point? What abhorrent circumstances led me here? Is this the cruel, painful plan that was orchestrated by a malevolent deity? Who am I really? What purpose did I serve in this life that was granted? I suppose I'll never know. If this is what my life has led up to, and if this is truly the end, then I accept my fate.
You lost.
We could jump to another.
We'll see.
And we're back.
Yeah.
Question or
yes.
Another video?
Another video.
Okay, let's do another video because we're looking for embarrassing stories on Eric. That's why we need some more time.
That's one of the questions we got from who?
Turbo Setback.
Yes.
Very good question.
Yes, that is a very good question, and we need to
think about it.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll run another clip. The Warlord is a squirrel was fantastic, by the way.
Weird bug.
Yeah, very weird.
I never saw it myself.
So this next one is from Miller Von 01, and it's Incredibilis Boy.
Run home to mama!
Another one.
Do you honestly think you're fucking funny? Seriously?
2 hours later. Yeah, boy.
NANI?! Hadouken!
Wait a minute.
Do it, Dave. This is wrong! No, do it!
This me with that gay shit! Get the fuck out of here! Fuck you!
You must die! Gonna give it to ya! Gonna give it to ya! Double kill!
You're banned, I'm sorry.
I like
Mix
it,
of
but it's.
songs.
I understand why you had a headache at the end.
Yeah.
I love it
Feeling
because
Maybe
he killed
that's the
Kensei.
turning point.
I
Is
think
that
that's
video?
Yeah, what is this, number 6? Yeah, that's exactly when I felt my head just.
Yeah, but he kills Kensei, so it's cool.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
I'm a Kensei main, but okay. Let's move on. We got some more questions, but also one piece of news that's super important for you guys is that the compensation has been granted for the DDoS attacks that we were talking about before. So that means PS4 and Xbox One has just received their compensation. So.
And for the moment, we're still getting regularly attacks. So
Yep.
it's not over.
So
Even
still
if
on.
the team is working heavy on it, but we're still getting attacked.
So moving on to some more questions from the chat. This one comes from Shadow Dragon 899 at For Honor Game. How will the Wulin characters be unlocked? Will they have to be bought, unlocked, or free?
So we're following
A mix of three. a mix of that.
A mix of all. We're following the same rules as we established with our post-launch heroes. So you can get all of them directly by buying the Marching Fire expansion.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can unlock them by against
Grinding.
Steel, like we did for the first season pass heroes.
Okay.
And they will have a 2-week exclusivity time window. So 1 week more than what we did with the season pass.
Cool.
Because it's the full expansion.
So for the first 2 weeks after the release of Marching Fire, you won't be able to unlock them with Steel.
Yeah.
Only by buying Marching
You can
Fire.
still be able to play them in practice mode.
Cool.
Exactly same model as a season pass hero.
Yeah. I absolutely love the Shaolin, by the way. I tried that at E3 and it's amazing.
Yeah,
amazing.
He has some amazing outfits.
Yeah.
And the
Really
two
cool.
other ones that people haven't seen
Yes.
much yet are really cool.
Nusha and Janjun.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, so moving on, we got another one from Robbie HD. Any chance that we could get some more respectful executions, like Warden's moment of silence? It's one of my favorites, and I love to have a similar style on other characters.
Yeah, I love it too. We already have some ideas for other characters. I don't know if it will become a trend, and I can't promise we'll do it for all characters, but the team has some ideas for some of other characters.
Yeah, awesome. Another one from Turbo Setback.
It's the same, we already speak about it.
Oh.
And we're still thinking about it.
Oh, yeah, it's true, it's true. That's it. Okay, so let's go to another clip then.
Yeah.
Unless you guys have a story, but I don't think so.
I don't have a story yet.
Let's
the one where he embarrasses me the most in what he speaks about.
We really need to nail this one, yeah. So, okay, so where were we at? We just saw the Incredibilis boy.
No, it's Shaman.
Yes, so this one comes from Moron About. Called Shaman, the Nightmare from
Niflheim.
Niflheim, YouTube clip.
That was a
really good one.
That was really metal. Really metal. Really we got another one for you. This one comes from Sweet Sweet Gavin on Reddit. And this one is called Enemy Warden with the Assist.
Fucking crazy. Two of them. Watch that turret.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Amazing.
not a good teammate.
Yeah, no, definitely not. We're still thinking about this question, so we'll roll another one. This one comes.
But Eric, there is a quick answer.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah,
You know that he wears kilts every day, except on the Warriors. Then.
It's not
True story.
Video.
Next video. This one comes from Kale City. Ledges in a nutshell.
Not even good. Come on! Quit spamming! That's the only button you know! What? I barely fell 2 feet! Wow! Get this. Bro! I'm at full health! I'm at full health! I wasn't even on top of the ledge! I wasn't even on top of the ledge! I can't stand next to the edge! I'm a brick my... I'm a brick...
Amazing.
It's an old one, but a good one.
Yeah, and it never happens in game. So I don't really understand that video.
Yeah, never. Okay, do we have any other questions?
It's fucking a good one.
No, no, not for now. All right, let's go with another one. This one comes from Springfire on Reddit, and it's the classic Shigoki. Let's take a look.
It's cool.
Great. Another one, as we still think of embarrassing stories of Eric, it's
so karaoke. We're at PAX last year, and one thing to know about Eric is that he barely drinks. Like, I've seen him drink maybe 2 times.
He has some allergy.
Yeah, he has an allergy.
Yeah, exactly. So that evening, he had some drinks, and then there was that karaoke, that tiki karaoke.
Like, yeah, pineapple.
And he played in his song.
Does it have to do with this picture right here?
If you like Pina Colada, the Pina Colada song. And I won't go into any detail, but
I don't know what the hell's going on in here, but it looks like fun.
And what is amazing is that he takes karaoke very seriously.
Really?
You know, usually when we go to karaoke, it's people like having fun, not being serious. But for Eric, it's personal.
It comes from the soul.
There is something, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I didn't know that about Eric. You learn something more embarrassing about him every day. That's beautiful. Let's go to another clip. Here we go.
And also he sings in Costco, apparently. No.
That's how he gets
a burning
Costco
passion
deals.
for Costco.
He sings and stop, we'll give you everything you want. Okay.
Okay, so this one comes from ProtoSoul9 on Reddit. Revive me, never mind. Amazing.
Yeah, wrong place to die.
Yeah. All right, so we got another clip here.
Bit frustrating.
Yes, I would believe so. This one comes from Stormy Chu on Reddit, and this one is called How to Clear a Site 101.
captured Zone C.
Very impressive.
Yeah, really nice. Really nice.
And lovely emote at the end. Very humble.
And that's it?
That's it for clips. I think now it's time.
Another question past the Alex test. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. So I think it's time for the raffle. So I don't know what you guys usually do, but it's like, sorry? Oh, the raffle is over. Fantastic. That's great. And if you haven't seen the poster that you'll be eligible to get, it's by Titletown. I had the pleasure of working with him for this.
He's pointing to there.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. There we go. There we go. Anyways, I worked with Titletown for this one.
And going back to the shape of the...
Yes. And basically just shout out to that guy because he is super talented and made my life super easy. All I had to do was kind of see the progress and say, wow, this looks amazing. So shout out to Titletown. And that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for joining us. I apologize if I was a bad host, but guess what? Eric's
you
back.
did really well.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate
you
it.
did well.
Thank you. Hey, yes. Awesome, guys. Take care.
See you, bye.
For honor, baby.
Hell yeah.